Hi guys, so if you're seeing this, I uploaded this after I did my It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover book. I am filming two reviews in one day. Two reviews in one day. This one is like a series review. Again, I'm sorry if you hear my dogs bark. It's nice out, so there's lots of dogs outside and my dogs see them, so they get excited. I don't have the first book in the series right now because I'm lending it to someone. But I am doing, let me organize them according to when they were released. So I'm doing them on the After series. After would be right here. Again, I'm loaning it to a friend. But I'm doing it on After We Collided, After We Fell, which is a beast, Before, which I love, and After Ever Happy, which I don't think they were released in that order, but After Ever Happy, Before, After We Collided, and After We Fell. And After. I know that this series, these books have actually they have some of the most mixed reviews I have ever seen. People hate this book, people hate the series, people hate the characters, but there's people that just eat it up and love it and just relish in everything that it is. So I am on the pro side of the book. I love the book, I love the series. That doesn't mean that I love what's inside the series. I don't love the toxic masculinity. I don't love the emotional abuse. I don't love any of that. But I love the series and I can't ever let it go. I read them when I was in high school, which was about 6 years ago, whilst they were being released on Wattpad. I can thank my friends, or now they're not really my friends anymore, but they were my friends in high school, for introducing me into this series, and Todd, and I ate this book up in high school. I thought it was the bee's knees. I thought it was like, hell yeah. I think that, in all honesty, like, people are like, oh, it's a 50 Shades of Grey for, like, teens, which I kind of agree. Which I loved the books of 50 Shades of Grey, so that just kind of proves what kind of books I like. But I'm just gonna do like a really general overall view of this. I went in, I'm not gonna post this anywhere because it's kind of private, but I wrote a 21-page paper on After and Before for my English class. I wrote it for my English class for my senior project in college. So After and Before hold a very special place in my heart. I know the books inside and out. I studied them for months. They are everything to me. I just want to get my opinion on these books out there because they've been reviewed enough. They're not even being released anymore. The movie is about to come out in actually 9 days from today. It is the 3rd of April. And I will just put my opinion out there on that as well. I have very mixed emotions about the film. I think the character choices are all wrong. Again, my opinion. I have a hard time seeing any of the characters that she picked as the characters in the book. I studied this. I read these books through and through, probably at least 4 times each. I recommended them to all of my friends and family. Like, love it. And I cannot see the characters she chose for the film. People are like, oh, we trust you, Anna. It'll be okay. But like, no, I don't trust it. I have very low expectations of this film. Even though when I was in high school, I was like, couldn't wait for the film to come out. I was like, oh my god, the movie's coming out. I can't wait. Like, but now I'm gonna go see it the night it comes out, and I'm gonna have mixed emotions. I'll probably YouTube it afterwards. But so the whole series is focused on Hardin Scott and Tessa Young. both in college in Washington. Hardin is a tattooed, nasty, evil, demonic, British, gorgeous, addictive person, man, boy, child. He's everything and nothing that people want. Tessa is a naive, beautiful, supposed to be curvy, smart, educated, independent woman, or she's supposed to be. Raised by like a single mother. She meets Hardin through her roommate, roommate and friend at the time, Steph, who was like, you need to stay away from him, he's not good, and spoiler alert, he ends up not being good. Before focuses on a lot of the during and a lot of the bet. So the bet is like one of the major points of after. Like it is the book after is this bet. And the bet is that for, I think it's $800, that Hardin could get into Tessa's pants and he would show them proof. Get into pants, I mean as in takes her virginity, once they find out that she's a virgin. And he ends up getting his proof, winning the bet, but he also ends up falling in love with her, just as any cheesy romance novel would go. Like, he ends up falling in love, she ends up falling for him, but throughout this, like, he's just overly emotionally abusive. Like, it's pretty bad, and he, like, doesn't want her hanging out with other people, but he can't stand to be around her. He cares, but he doesn't care, and he tries not to care, I guess is the best way to put it. And the end of the book, end of After, ends with Tessa finding out about the bet after they had already moved in together. And they were living together. And it turns out that Hardin had kept all the proof of taking her virginity and showed all his friends, and you can imagine the embarrassment that Tessa felt after he did that. And then after we collided, it's not really, I mean, it's not about the bet anymore, but it's just them never being able to figure out what they want. So do they want to be together? Do they want to be apart? No one knows. That's the whole book. I agree that it is repetitive and exhausting, but I can't stop reading it. I choose not to pick up these books because I know that once I pick them up again, I'm not reading anything else. I just love them. And I think that After We Fell is a beast of a book, which is not as long as It by Stephen King. It's like 1,100 and I think 35 pages, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's massive compared to the other books, like, it's massive. Just, the two of them continue to just constantly fight with each other throughout everything, throughout finding Tessa's dad, throughout finding out that Hardin's dad really isn't who he thinks he is, and the only reliable person in Tessa's life is Landon. I like the name Liam much better, but Landon. And Before is actually one of my favorite books of the whole series. Not because you get more people's perspectives, like you get Zeds, you get Christians, you get Smiths, you get Mollys, you get Melissas, which Melissa doesn't come up a lot in the story. Like, you get so many perspectives in Before, but my favorite part of Before is you can finally see what Hardin is thinking. Like, there's certain points in After where you're just like, I wonder what Hardin's thinking right now. And it's insane. Like, how much of a battle with himself that he has. And it's just cute. And it ends with them, like, them in the future, like, with their babies and stuff. And it just ends in an adorable way. And I know this wasn't, like, a very thorough review of After. It's a big series, and it's gonna be even more when the movie comes out. But I really wanted to get my opinions and thoughts out there, because I'm always just curious what people think about it, because I know, like, some people love it, some people hate it. I would say that most people hate it, but I don't think it's the worst book ever written. I also don't think it's the best book ever written. Like, I'm in the middle somewhere, and I loved it in high school, so it holds, like, a very, very special place in my heart. And I think the stark differences of the characters is what really makes this novel in this series, like, wow. Like, I just think that the two of them could not be more opposite, and it just shows that opposites attract. So that was my review of the After series. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave me a comment. Or don't. I don't care. Let me know your thoughts on this series, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you want to read it and you haven't read it yet, if you're excited for the movie, if you're not excited for the movie. You know my thoughts. Thanks, guys.